Nazir Paktiwal was an immigrant from Afghanistan, and he was a father of 6. He died Saturday at Parkland Hospital less than a day after ICE took him into custody. His family today says that he should be celebrated as a hero who helped U.S. Special Forces in Afghanistan before he evacuated to the U.S. back in 2021. ICE says he was now here illegally and had a criminal history. A lot of questions about this case, no doubt about that. Bo Evans talking with his family, I understand, Bo, last night. And you've been working, obviously, with our entire CBS News Texas newsroom today. So we gather more information on this. Where do we stand right now?
Yeah, Doug, I'm going to start with his death. And the Department of Homeland Security says Paktiwal was taken to Parkland Hospital after he complained of shortness of breath and chest pains while he was being processed following his arrest. He was then treated with some breathing treatment, but he later died the next day. Now, we're still waiting on an official cause of death from the medical examiner's office, but here in Richardson, where Paktiwal settled, his family still has questions and his community is scared.
I'm really heartbroken. It was shocking for me. I mean, it was like our part of family.
Nurhalk Lali was as shocked as anyone when he found out the man who baked bread for his store, Mohammed Nazir Paktiwal, had died in ICE custody this weekend.
He was taken, because out of Afghanistan because his life was in danger. But now we are feeling more dangerous here than to be in Afghanistan.
Paktiwal's family has said that he worked for years with the U.S. Special Forces in Afghanistan and came here with the help of the U.S. government because he was in danger, which is what makes this case confusing. So we sat down with the former head attorney for U.S. Citizen and Immigration Services to find out more about Paktiwal's status.
Now, before we get over into that, I do have some questions. Was he feeling anything before he was detained? Was he having lung problems? They said he was having breathing problems. Was that all happened before, or was it because of his arrest? Did they stand on his chest? What all happened? Hopefully we find out that information, but let's keep going into this.
He quickly applied for asylum, and that application was pending. He was given work authorization.
Documents show Paktiwal entered the U.S. in August of 2021 and was quickly paroled.
So parole is a classic way to get someone into the country if they don't have a visa.
Hunker described it as a way to get someone into the country while they wait for asylum. But that doesn't offer much protection.
Legally, they could arrest him. Parole status doesn't really give you any legal status, so legally they could do that. But query whether that was a good idea to do that.
Hunker said ICE could have used discretion to not arrest him since the family claims he helped the U.S. forces in Afghanistan. CBS News Texas was able to confirm claims by ICE that Paktiwal faced criminal charges for SNAP fraud and theft. But we still don't have the details surrounding those arrests.
Now, at the end of the day, we know how ICE is. At least we've seen what's happening in this whole situation, where it doesn't matter if you are classified as an illegal immigrant, no matter what you did, they will try to make you deport you. It's as simple as that. That is how they feel. That is how this administration feels. You can feel however you want to feel about that, but that is the stance of the U.S. government. If you are an illegal immigrant and you are classified as an illegal immigrant, they will deport you if they find you. But let's keep going into this.
It's left the Afghan community here in North Texas scared.
And then we should expect that the ICE is coming, next person will be me. So he will come to our door and then they do what they want. If they took us, nobody is asking them, nobody is care about us. So I don't know what will be happening to us. Everybody, one day, and we will find our life in danger and dead bodies and jail or in the hospital or somewhere else.
Yeah, so what we're still trying to confirm is Paktiwal's connection to the U.S. Army. Exactly what was he doing and who was he helping? We're also trying to confirm details surrounding those criminal charges that we mentioned. We even got some new details right before we were going on air. I'm not comfortable sharing those right this minute. We can say right now that, he was arrested for theft and that he was facing criminal charges for SNAP fraud. But as soon as we go through that information, we're going to bring it to you right here and online. But Doug, right now in Richard.
Now, we're going to get over into this next video. But like I've said before, it does not matter what kind of criminal charges he was facing or any additional criminal charges. The U.S. government has a clear stance now that if they entered the country illegally, that's all they need. That's all they care about. Now, like I said, tell me if you feel right or wrong about that. Let's go over into this next video.
Welcome back. A CBS News investigation has uncovered new details about the death of a migrant from Afghanistan in ICE custody this past weekend. Mohammed Nazir Pakhtawal is the 12th person this year to die while being detained by federal immigration officials. CBS News immigration correspondent Camila Montoya Galvez spoke with his family.
I just want an answer from my dad. That's it. I want to know why he died.
Imran Pakhtawal's father, 41-year-old Afghan immigrant Mohammed Nazir Pakhtawal, died in ICE custody this past weekend. He was detained as he was getting ready to take his children to school. 24 hours later, the father of 6 became the 12th person to die in ICE custody less than 3 months into 2026. Nazir Pakhtawal received the body of his brother on Tuesday.
I received a call from my sister-in-law. She said that some people show up from nowhere and they just took your brother.
No explanation?
Nothing.
ICE says Pakhtawal was detained after 2 arrests by local authorities on fraud and theft charges. He was not convicted. His brother points to a decade of service in the Afghan military, fighting alongside U.S. forces before being evacuated to the U.S. in 2021.
These are the people that my brother was working.
American soldiers.
American soldiers in Afghanistan.
That's your brother right there.
This is my brother. This is his badge.
It is still unclear exactly what happened after Pakhtawal was detained.
I received a call. They told me, we arrested your brother and he wants to talk to you.
What did he tell you?
He said, Nasir, I don't know where am I right now and I'm not feeling well.
What do you think happened?
That's my question. Why is he dead?
ICE says he died at a local hospital and is investigating.
He was a good dad.
For 12-year-old Imran, his father's absence is hard to process. But how he remembers him is clear.
He was a hero, and he will be always a hero.
Camila Montoya Galvez, Dallas.
And after Camilo filed that report, we received this response from DHS, and it reads in part, quote, "No one in ICE custody is denied access to proper medical care. It is a long-standing practice to provide comprehensive medical care from the moment an alien enters ICE custody," end quote.
And copy the value to your clipboard. They do take a little while to set up, but can definitely improve your.
Now, this is a crazy situation. Let's go over into the AI breakdown just to get a little bit more information on this whole case. So as we know, Mohammed, a 41-year-old Afghan father of 6 and a U.S. former military ally, died in ICE custody on March 14th, less than 24 hours after being detained in North Texas. He was arrested by ICE agents on the morning of March 13th while taking his children to school in Richardson, a suburb of Dallas. According to his family and advocacy groups, he served alongside U.S. Special Forces for a decade in Afghanistan before being evacuated to the U.S. in 2021. So late on the day of his arrest, he complained about shortness of breath and chest pains while in the processing hold room. He was transported to Parkland Hospital where he received breathing treatment and was kept for observation. Following the morning, hospital staff noted that his tongue was swollen and they administered epinephrine. He later required CPR and was pronounced dead at 9:10 a.m. That sounds like an allergic reaction to me, but we'll have to wait for more details about the cause of death. As of mid-March, the official cause of death remains under investigation. So ICE stated that he was his temporary humanitarian parole had been expired in August 2025 and characterized him as a criminal illegal alien. His family maintains that he had a pending asylum case and was in the country legally. ICE officially cited previous arrests for SNAP fraud and theft, though his family has advocated and noted that these cases have not been heard in court. While the Department of Homeland Security claims that there is no record of his military service, Afghani deputy, despite this, stated that he has a vetted wartime ally. His death has sparked outrage and calls for transparent investigation from his family, local community leaders, and members of Congress, including Rep. Marcy. So he is reportedly to be the 12th person to die in ICE custody so far in 2026. Wow, occurring amid a period of intensified immigration enforcement. 12 persons. Let's see if they give us any details on who all those 12 people are. So as of March 19th, there are 13 reported deaths in ICE custody in 2026 calendar year. This follows a record high of 31 to 32 deaths in 2025. Below are the individuals reported to have died in detention while being transported by ICE so far this year. So we got these people: 19, 41, 56, 59, 59, 27. Wow. So in one of the cases, the medical examiner ruled this death was a homicide due to asphyxia, and was the alleged allegations of a choking by the guards while handcuffed. Reports suggested, and then Emmanuel reports suggested he died from a dental infection following denied care. And then we know that we got more people under investigation as suspected suicide. Wow. 13 people this year, y'all. Yeah. It's a lot going on. Some people are for ICE, some people are against ICE. Now, do I support ICE's? The goal of ICE in general is to do custom and immigration enforcement, and that is what we need in this country. Have there been bad apples in the ICE? Yes, 100%. Just like there's bad apples in the police department, just like there's bad apple doctors. But it doesn't take away from what their goal is or what their goal should be. Immigration enforcement. Every country does it. But 13 people have died so far in the custody. Is that too much? Is that too little? They said that the high for last year was 33. What did they say? They said 31 and 32 deaths in 2025. Are we going to meet that number, or is it? It's a crazy situation, y'all. Let me know your thoughts and let me know if you disagree with anything I said. Absolutely crazy.